Hello, welcome to my bookshelf, and today I'm super excited to do my BookTube Newbie Tag. I've never done a tag video before, so hopefully this will go well. So I took these questions from Between Chapters, and I will link to her original video in the description below. So let's get started. So the first question is, where are you from? And that would be Wisconsin. This is a really fun trivia book about Wisconsin, which I actually found in Ohio, but either way, it's got a lot of really fun facts about Wisconsin. The only thing missing on this cover would be a big mug of beer, because that is something we do very well, is drink. Next question on the list, how old are you? Well, if you must know, I'm 24, which means I'm supposedly an adult. I'm not sure how fun that fact is, but there you go. I am 24 years old, soon to be 25. Next question, how did you discover BookTube? Well, it was Christmas break, and I went into the YouTube rabbit hole that comes up when YouTube suggests new videos for you. I was really excited when I found BookTube because it was just this really fun place where everyday people could share their love of books, and that just really called out to me because I didn't know that existed, and I was so happy to find a whole community that loved reading as much as I did, so it was really cool. And I would say that my favorite booktubers, at least right now, is Lily C. Reads and Books and Lala. They're my favorite booktubers. I just think they're so fun to watch, and they're just great. If you haven't watched them before, I will also link to them in the description below, so please check them out. They're the best. Okay, next question. Why did you join BookTube? Well, like I kind of said before, everyone else, it seemed like everyday people were on BookTube and they just kind of did their own thing, and it just seemed like a really welcoming, fun community on YouTube, and so I just wanted to be a part of that. I've never done anything like this before, but I just thought it was a lot of fun. On top of all that, though, I also thought it'd be a really good opportunity for me to actually meet my own reading goals. I have a hard time sometimes motivating myself to actually read all the books that I buy, so this was a really good opportunity for me. And so far it's worked. I've actually kept my TBR last month, even though it was really hard, and this month looks like it's going to be pretty hard too, so I'm not giving up though on this month, so it's definitely working. So I appreciate having this channel already. Alright, next question. What makes you unique on BookTube? Well, this is kind of hard to answer. I mean, other than the obvious, I'm a unique person with a unique personality that clearly makes my channel totally worthwhile. But more honestly, I would say that while I've liked everything that I've seen on BookTube so far, I feel like I'm missing more variety in the books that are talked about. Maybe I'm just not searching the right channels, but I haven't found that many people talk about more than just the same stuff over and over and over again. And while I really like their interpretations and their thoughts about what they are talking about, I just wish that they were talking about more variety. So that's what I intend to do on this channel. I mean, I will talk about some popular things, YA, that's a huge thing on YouTube is YA, and I will definitely be reading books that are YA, but I have so many more interests than that, and so I'm really excited to read a lot of different kinds of books and to share them all with you. So hopefully we can both get some good book suggestions from each other and have a little more variety. Alright, next question on the list. What are you most excited about for this channel? Well, I would say that just having a channel is the thing I'm most excited about. I, again, have never done this before, don't really know what I'm doing, I'm completely winging it, but it's a lot of fun, and I'm just excited to have my own channel. It's so cool. I just like the idea of having my own channel where I can create my own content and to just have fun. Next question, what challenges do you think you'll face having your own channel? Pretty much everything related to having your own channel. Even to the most obvious, just making videos. I mean, talking in front of a camera is kind of a skill that you need to learn how to do. I mean, it seems like it should be really easy, but it's actually really hard. Another big challenge with having your own YouTube channel besides just having to come up with content and videos on a regular basis, is editing those videos and uploading them. So next question. What is the meaning behind your channel name? Well, it's pretty straightforward. I love Harry Potter. It is probably my favorite fandom book series ever, and probably ever will be. And Hermione is probably one of my favorite characters. It's really hard to say my favorite because there's just so many amazing characters within the Wizarding world. But Hermione is fantastic, and I just feel like I relate to her a lot more than some of the other characters. I just see myself in her and who I want to be in her. She's definitely way better and cooler, and she's definitely the hero of the story. So she has a lot of things that I strive to be. So because I love Hermione so much, and there's a lot of Hermione love, I had to incorporate her on my channel, and it made a lot of sense too, because this is a BookTube channel, so it makes sense to pick a bookworm as my BookTube mascot, if you will. And of course, bookshelf makes sense because I'm recording by my bookshelves, and bookshelves have to do with books, and it all makes sense. Next question on the list. What types of books do you read and want to talk about on this channel? Well, like I said before, I do want to read a variety of books, different kinds of books. I don't want to read just YA. I want to read just any story that sounds interesting to me. I will say that some of my favorite genres are probably thrillers, suspense, science fiction is starting to sound really interesting to me. Anything with strange or bizarre, like surrealism, that sounds really interesting too. There's a lot of things that I haven't actually fully delved into that sound really interesting. So I'm really excited to expand my horizons, and I hope to get lots of suggestions. We'll see. I also really like biographies, psychology. I mean, the list goes on and on. I'll pretty much read anything that is supposed to be good or the story sounds interesting. So I'm pretty much open for anything, and I just think it's a lot of fun to read any kind of book and to expand your horizons. So the next question on my list is, what is the last book that you read? That would be Unsweetened by Jodie Sweetin. This is an autobiography, and she is the actress who is most well known for her role as Stephanie Tanner on Full House and now Fuller House. And this actually chronicles mainly her struggle with drugs and alcohol and her recovery from that. It's less about her life as an actress and more so about her life as an addict. So just warning you what you're getting yourself into. But I will say it is so, so good. And if you want to know more of my thoughts and feelings about this book, you can check out my review, which I will leave in the description below, just in case you're interested. It's just a fantastic book. Jodie's the best, honestly. Okay, so next question on the list. What are you currently reading? And that would be I, Robot by Isaac Asimov. This is a science fiction book that's all about robots, and it's more or less a short story collection, but it's also kind of part of this grand narrative, so it's kind of a unique book in that aspect, but it's a very easy read, and I'm finding it really interesting, and I'm hoping that there are more science fiction books out there like this, because I actually haven't read that much science fiction before yet. Okay, so the next question on the list is, show us your TBR pile. So here we go, my TBR pile. It's kind of fun. There's actually a book missing though. I had a pretty ambitious TBR. I actually read Ready Player One this month as well, but it was a library book, so I returned it because I did not want any late fees. So I also did a review on that if you're interested too. Fahrenheit 451 and After Dark I haven't actually read yet, haven't even started, but there's still time left in this month and I will not give up. So it might be a close one again like last month, but we'll see. Okay, so this next question is kind of fun, and that is, what do you use for bookmarks? I have a lot of standard bookmarks that are actually bookmarks, but I do have some things that aren't actually bookmarks that make great bookmarks. So here we go. Probably my favorite to show you guys are these Munchkin cards. These are from expansion packs. If you've never played Munchkin, you have to. It is so fun. I really can't explain it to you. It's just fantastic. It's kind of like an RPG in a way, but it's a card game. And it's really quirky and goofy and fun. But anyway, so these are They're small, but I feel like these go good in really small books. I like small bookmarks for small books and large bookmarks for large books. So depending on the book, these are really fun to put in there. This is kind of fun too. This is actually a coupon for a free burger and fries on your birthday at Nitty Gritty. I no longer live in Madison though, so unless I plan to go out there for my birthday, I will just continue to use this as a bookmark. But if I get hungry on my birthday, I can bring my book with my bookmark and get a burger and fries. So that can happen, because this actually doesn't expire, which is amazing because coupons always expire. So that's kind of fun. I also really like to use prayer cards because they're thinner, and for whatever reason, I don't like really thick book cards normally, so these are really fun, and they pretty much can go in any kind of book because they are so thin. I don't know. And they also have like really pretty pictures on the front a lot of the time, so that's always fun too. Okay, next question would be, which do you prefer, hardcovers or paperback? This is a really hard question because paperbacks are easier to read, but hardcover books look better on your shelf, and as someone who has lots of books, I would prefer to have hardcover versions of books. They look nicer, but I will say they're just not as fun to read because I don't like reading with the dust jacket on because it tends to ruin them, and I don't like things getting bent or creased, and that tends to happen when you have that on when you're reading it, so it's just not as fun to read. It really just depends on what we're talking about here, so both is my answer. Next preference would be, do I like physical books or ebooks? I think my bookshelves kind of say it all. I love having a physical copy of a book. I'm old-fashioned that way. I just want to see and feel and smell the books I'm reading. It just makes it a more fun experience, if you ask me. I've nothing against ebooks though. I don't own an e-reader though, so that probably is why I don't own any ebooks. But I don't have anything against it. I actually, my friend let me read Mockingjay on their e-reader, so I have done that before, and I was really hesitant to do it. But I will say it actually was kind of nice in a lot of ways. So I actually kind of enjoyed the experience, but it wasn't enough to make me go out and buy an e-reader, but I did enjoy the Kindle because it wasn't like a normal computer screen. It did look more like ink and paper, which I really appreciated. Basically what I'm saying is if I got an e-reader as a gift, I would definitely use it, but it's not my preference, so I would have to say a physical copy of a book. Next question on my list is, what book or series got you into reading? Well, that's also a pretty easy one and is probably pretty obvious by my channel, and that would be Harry Potter. I love Harry Potter. It's so rich and so well written and just so fun and so creative, and I could go on and on and on. I just love Harry Potter, and I don't think there will be another series that I will love more than Harry Potter. I honestly cannot see that happening. It's my favorite, and I have a special place in my heart for Harry Potter, and it's just so fantastic. Alright, and the last question is, where else can we find you? That would be my Twitter account at Hermiones_shelf. I will warn you though and say that I am new to actually using my Twitter. I've had it for a while now, but I haven't actually posted that much until very recently, and even then I've mainly only posted about Dancing with the Stars, which by the way is an excellent, fun dancing show. The stars on there are just so good. But anyway, not the point of this channel. I am still trying to figure out how to incorporate my Twitter account with my BookTube channel, and I don't know. I am going to work on posting more about my actual BookTube channel on there, so look out for that in the future. Okay, so that was my BookTube Newbie Tag. This was a lot of fun to record. I hope you enjoyed this video, and until next time.